Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Everyone procrastinates, some worse than others. In this video, I will dive inside the brain of the procrastinator and I'll give you some actionable advice to overcome it and know how to manage your time better. Before I go into possible solutions and methods of working with this bad habit, let's dig into the procrastination equation. Your motivation equals your expectancy times the value you get from the task. All of this is divided by the impulsiveness times delay. Let's break it down to understand it. Remember, the higher the numerator, the larger the motivation. The higher the denominator, the lower your motivation and higher chances are you will procrastinate. The numerator is built from your motivation, which is your willingness to do the task. The expectancy refers to how much you expect to succeed at doing the task. If you think that you're not good at it, you will already have a resistance built up to it from the feel of failure itself. The more you expect being successful at doing this task, the less likely you're going to procrastinate on it. Value refers to your enjoyment from doing the task. This is, by the way, where monks and people who live in the present moment truly differ from normal human beings, as people who live in the present moment will even enjoy mundane activities like washing the dishes or cleaning the house. So their value in this case is very, very high. Therefore, less procrastination. Value also refers to the reward. The reward can be a sensation of fulfillment you get from finishing the task. My wife, for example, she doesn't like to clean the house, but loves it when the house is clean. So for her, the end result is the reward or the value we get when we actually clean the house. Some people don't like to exercise, but the value they get from feeling more energetic and looking fit in the mirror is strong enough for them to keep exercising. So the value, which is your reward, is really what you think it is, and this is also where you can play around with it consciously, as your beliefs about setting a higher value are changeable. The more value you get, the more likely you're gonna get straight to it. Now, moving to the denominator of the procrastination equation. Higher values here mean you're more likely to procrastinate. Impulsiveness refers to your tendency to be distracted by other things. Today, most people get distracted by social media, but it can be anything that you find an excuse to postpone the task that you need to do right now. The delay refers to the time until receiving the anticipated reward. A longer delay means you are more likely to procrastinate. This is because you think you can actually take care of this task later, because you don't see the bigger picture that later you will have to do things that belong to later anyway. Your duty is to maximize expectancy and value while minimizing impulsiveness and delay. Here are a few points to help you get started. Point number one is called Parkinson's law. Parkinson's law states that work expands to fill the time you give it. If you have only 30 minutes of work, but you have 2 hours to do it, then you'll end up spending the entire 2 hours. This is why whole days go by and people only do 1 or 2 things in the whole day. To use Parkinson's law, you want to create artificial deadlines that force you to get work done more efficiently. This will decrease the likelihood of procrastination. Try not to be too aggressive with your deadlines. Make them feasible for yourself. You don't really want to get stressed over them. Second point for procrastinators. You want to break down a larger task to smaller predefined tasks. This will actually increase the task expectancy because smaller tasks feel easier to accomplish than larger tasks. Usually, this also comes with the clarity of the schedule, which brings more comfort and less confusion. You will want to write these smaller tasks down in your to-do list separately, and you want to give them a separate timeline as well. Meaning you can break it down to different hours in the day or different days in the week. So again, larger tasks break down to smaller tasks. Point number 3, you want to keep the task small and manageable. The hardest part in getting things done is just getting started. After that, you already have the momentum going for you. The hardest part in getting to the gym is literally getting to the gym. The hardest part in waking up early is literally waking up early. After that, you're already awake. There are different techniques to getting things done in this way. One technique is called the Pomodoro Technique, where you work or study in 25-minute blocks, each separated by a 5-minute break. During each work block, you focus on just one small task. Again, going back to our formula, smaller tasks increase expectancy and reward. If you think cleaning your place takes 3 hours, cleaning just one room will take 30 minutes and will feel less daunting for you. Number 4, you want to set your bar lower. Instead of increasing stress and having high expectations, you want to expect less than what you're capable of. This sounds weird at first, but this is yet another trick to increase your expectancy. For example, if you want to meditate each time 20 minutes, you're probably only gonna do it rarely. If you do it just 5 minutes, you're probably going to find more time windows in your schedule for it. This will also work well for those that procrastinate because they are perfectionists and procrastinate because they want not only to get the task done, but to do it in their rightly defined way. So, reduce expectations, you'll get more things done. Number 5, increase the values of the tasks. A very famous TED Talk about procrastination mentioned that most people brush their teeth in the morning and forget in the evening because the reward in the morning is the minty fresh breath that you don't actually have value for in the evening brush. So consider giving yourself a reward for completing a task. Give yourself a snack after a task, a short break, a 20-minute Netflix comedy after a very long, complicated task, anything you desire. You can also tell yourself that you are not leaving the house until you finish a specific task. For example, another way of increasing the value is to improve your experience of the work itself. You want to see where you can enjoy it and reduce your resistance to it. When I do certain things that bring me less enjoyment, I like to think that I have to do them anyway, so why not make the best out of it and keep a positive attitude? You can always add music to daily boring tasks, for example. Music always brings a good vibe. That is it, my friends. Thank you very much for staying with me. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe to my channel. And if you want to check out my full workshop schedule, go to maor.com.